Hi grade 6s, I hope you're all doing well. I just wanted to explain today's work and just compare it to the work you've been doing up to this point. It may seem very similar, so I just want to explain why it is not. So all of the experiments you've been doing up to now have been to do with if something is soluble or insoluble. So you've been testing different substances in your water, which is your solvent, to see if they dissolve or if they do not dissolve. Now today's work and moving forward for the next little while, we're going to be having a look at soluble materials only. So the things that did dissolve in the water. And you are going to be looking at 3 different factors that make things dissolve faster in water or your solvent. So the first thing you're going to have a look at is temperature. And you've done this part already a little bit, where you saw that the food coloring moves a lot faster through the warm water than the cold water. I'm sure you've also noticed that if you try to stir some sugar into some cold tea, it doesn't work as well as through hot tea. The second thing you're going to have a look at is stirring. If you just put a solute into a solvent, more often than not it's just going to sink down to the bottom. You have to stir that solvent, the water, and you agitate it, and that causes the particles to spread between the solvent particles. The third factor that you're going to be testing is the size of the granule itself. So a bigger granule dissolves slowly than a smaller granule. Powdered sugar will dissolve much faster in water than regular granular sugar. Those are your 3 factors that influence the rate at which things dissolve. The other thing you're going to do, and this is why I asked you to please don't throw away your solutions from yesterday, you are going to be reversing a solution. So separating the solution from the solvent from the solute. If you think back, we did separating mixtures. We learned about filtering and decanting and hand sorting. Now none of those will work for the solution because you've made a new substance. You have to do something else. And that something else is evaporation. Or think all the way back to grade 4 where you learnt about the water cycle, where the sun evaporates water. If you leave a solution in the sun, the water will evaporate and you'll be left with crystal formations of the solute that you mixed in. So that is the second part of today's activity. It doesn't just take a day. It takes a few days. If you leave your solution out in the sun, it takes a little while for all of the water to evaporate out, and eventually you'll be left with some crystals, which I would really love to see. So as soon as you've done it, please take a photo and post it onto Discord. Thank you grade 6s. I really hope to see you guys very soon, and I hope that you're all safe and happy. I miss you guys. Enjoy this experiment, and please remember, I promise I'm not making you do the same thing. Okay, you might be making similar mixtures, but the intention, the goal behind it is different. Okay. Thank you guys. Speak to you soon.